Hello, everybody. Joe Bagnonuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa. Finally, finally, finally off fucking work. Jesus Christ. You know, it sounds like a really good deal at the time, where it's like, oh yeah, 7 days off, 7 days on. That'll be fucking easy. You know, 7 days off, do fiddling around, doing fucking nothing. Then you end up having to go into work and work a fucking 84-hour work week. Ugh. 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 It's awful. But it's finally behind me, which means now I'm in the process of trying to alternate my sleep schedule back to my normal shift schedule because they had me on the night shift, which was midnight to noon, and my normal shift is essentially fucking like 3 to midnight. So my body doesn't know what's going on. I thought like, oh, I'll go for a run. That'll help me wake myself up in the morning once the sun's up and it's not like 20 degrees outside. Except there's a snowstorm coming, so that's not going to happen. On the plus side, though, I can like get my lawn chair out and just put on my nice coat and go drink whiskey in the backyard. I bought a nice bottle of whiskey. It was like $66. It was like $5 off, so it's normally like 70. It's one of those upper like Jack Daniels bottles, not like good whiskey, which is like usually like you need to hit like three digit price tag to get into like, oh yeah, this is actually like nice whiskey. But for just sipping or making rums and cokes because I'm a fucking heathen and I don't care how nice my whiskey is unless it's like actual like high fucking price tag whiskey. I'll mix it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm not some bougie snob like that. If it tastes good, fucking whatever. Throw it into something else to make it taste better. Anyway, yeah. Conqueror route. Wow, we're finally here. The third, technically, last route. I say technically last because it like branches off and has like 3 different endings. There's like the evil demon true end, but then it branches off and there's a Chachamaru and a Muramasa end. And I'm like, well, the guide has true end first and then the side routes. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. So I got some clarification. Thank you, Archetype. That no, you want to do the side ones first, and then move on to the true end. So it'll be some bouncing around, loading saves, yada yada. But from what it sounds like, they're relatively short, just kind of like branch ends instead of like full on routes. So it shouldn't add too much length to the overall experience. Do I have any idea how long the true end route is going to be? Not a fucking clue. What is in the compass? No idea. It's probably going to be different because I'm going to assume we keep both heroines alive throughout the ordeal on our way up to the end of like chapter 4 or 5 where the split happens. So after that, I don't know, man. I'm just here to talk in the microphone and have my like 3rd beer at 7 a.m. because I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I need to stay up the entire day, pretty much till midnight. So it's gonna come close to like a 24-hour day of me being up. Might as well enjoy myself. It's gonna start snowing. Snowed in, not going anywhere. So I can be a fucking heathen and have some Chorus Light. Now, it's not even that strong. Fucking, what is Chorus Light? I mean, I know it's like beer, but I mean, what's the alcohol content? It's like 4.2. So let me have the little things in life. I worked really hard this week. I really did. It just so happened that, on those night shifts where it's like, oh yeah, everyone else gets cut out because there's nothing going on. It's like, oh, psych. Literally all the fucking maintenance work for like 3 days straight. It's like, it's all your systems. Have fun. It's like, no. And it's all like all day long fucking work. It's not like some of our stuff where you go out You go boop, boop, boop on the computer, and it's like, it's all done, boss, and it takes you 15 minutes. And then there's some stuff where it's like, oh, this is what I have to do? Okay, I won't finish in my shift. My next shift will have to finish it, but I'll get most of the way there. Just ahead of time. It's like, I don't even have to look at it. I already know, just because you mentioned it's this part, that I'm going to be out here for over 8 hours. And that's what most of my week consisted of. I only got cut out once. Yeah, only once for actual New Year nights. Yeah, for New Year night, New Year day. That day. It's weird for our shift because we technically start on like the previous day, but then the date rolls over. Whatever. But yeah, I only got the one real day off of our holiday schedule. And it's supposed to be like, you come in, you fucking do like roll call, like, hey everyone, I'm here. And then they say, okay, yeah, check your emails and then go the fuck home. That didn't happen this year. And I'm very salty for it, and my back hurts. Oh, I was lifting so much explosives this week. Oh, and they're heavy. And you gotta like lift them over your head, so you're kind of like arching your back a little to like rotate your wrist to get underneath and then push up, and it's like, ugh, fucking old dude. Should I have my ibuprofen? No, I've been drinking. You're not supposed to have ibuprofen with alcohol. It's bad for your liver. All right. Let's skip forward through pretty much the entire beginning of the story. So let me just scroll on down so that way I'm actually picking the right choices. Yep, not sure. Skip. Okay. At present, I know too little to make a decision. Her actions at the mine show that she does not support Rokuhara's oppressive policies. Even so, her status as a GHQ officer is enough to warrant, if not hostility, then at least caution. Oh yeah, talking if you can fucking trust. Yeah, kind of. Also, the start screen, it changed. Instead of like Matsumone's big fucking gross like Resident Evil final boss form, it was kind of with her compound bug eyes. Not nearly as I don't know, mysterious or grotesque as the Masamune one, unless you're one of those people who like really doesn't like holes and things. I forget what that fear is called, but you know it. Like honeycomb structures freak them the fuck out. It doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck. Problem with trust aside, however, it seems certain that to lie now will cause trouble down the line. I should answer honestly.
鎌倉警察署の港影明です。
Yeah. Immature. Everyone sucks. Say that they all suck. These bitches, they crazy. I do mind.
影明様ってば、いけずなお方。
Yeah, you like people who are fucking crazy.
こっちも強。
Only Muramasa is suitable for me. And these are the choices that unlock. So now we're actually able to, keep everyone's affection points down. Keep these bitches at arm's length. If anyone or anything is truly a match for me, it is Muramasa and Muramasa alone. Cold, blood red steel, body made for crawling through mud. No warmth, no humanity, nothing but a blade. That is all I deserve. Hey, look at that! Now we actually get Muramasa points on the board. Man's gonna fuck the spider machine. Cool. Also, a little weird thing with like the skip feature, as you can see right there. Even if you choose, a new choice, it still does the high velocity skip, even though it's advancing right to the next, dialogue screen for some reason. Very odd. A large one. Like Muramasa's thorax. Yeah, kill those kids. Yep. No, we don't trust her. Yeah. Stay here. Don't even care about these women. They're annoying. I'll move off to the side, where it won't be in the way, and watch the Tomorrow techs go about their work. Every one of them is brimming with energy. I don't see a single mechanic so much as crack a yawn. This were the Yamato Grand Prix, the first post-war national championship. They will secure everlasting fame in the history of armor racing. Such dedication is only to be expected. But is it just my imagination? There's something desperate about the team's intensity. It's like they're chasing the glittering future ahead, while at the same time being themselves chased by a pack of ravenous wolves. At least, that's how it seems to me. Could there have been threats from upper management to disband the team if they fail?
いい感じに切羽詰まってんね。
Yeah, hey, Chachamaru.
あんたもそう思ってんじゃない？違う？
I turn to face the voice. The first thing that greets me is the shock of golden hair. The hair belongs to a boy of slight build, no taller than Oji Misao. What is he doing here? Doesn't look much like a racer or a crew member, and there's something about him that rules out random spectator. Oh, I was about to say, like, how could you fucking confuse what? It's like she's got tits, but no, she's got them bound down real fucking tight. And, you know, they're called like fucking boy shorts for a reason. So, I've never been a big fan of like casually wearing short shorts. I wear them running because I like the feeling of freedom. You know, it cools off my big meaty thighs. You know, otherwise they just get warm and cook, and you know, no one likes running around in sweaty shorts. So having it basically only there to cover my athletic spandex is really the only reason I wear them. I even wear like a little. It's not a fanny pack. It's a man satchel. When I run to keep my phone in and my keys. So that way when I'm listening to music, I don't have them bouncing around in my pocket and fucking smacking me in the nuts. While I'm searching for a response, the boy opens his mouth to speak again. For an instant, I'm inexplicably memorized by his rose-colored lips.
理由は知ってる？
とは
張り詰めてる理由さ。月桂冠が欲しいだけじゃないんだな、この田村の皆さんは。
チーフを呼んでまいりましょうか。今少し席を外してるんですが。
あ、いいよ別に。気にせんといて。ちょっ
So
と覗
they
きに来た
know
だけだ
who
から
she
さ。
is. And, you know, obviously he doesn't know, but catch up. He brusquely waves off the timid crewman. I follow the mechanic's gaze to the boy's upper arm. There, I find the reason for his, obsequiousness? The VIP badge. What the fuck? Obsequiousness? Never heard that word, unless it appeared before, and I'm just have no idea. And I can't remember. Yeah, characterized by showing servility, yada da da da. Yeah, I know that. I don't need the definition. I want the pronunciation.
Obsequiousness.
Obsequiousness. Okay, I was close. I was close with that pronunciation.
ポリスチーム関係の港影明です。卒字ながら
Yeah, what's your cover?
あなたはどちら
I
の
mean,
方
unless
で
it's
す
just
か？
Liger again.
そうだな。地球皇帝とでも名乗っておこうか。
了解しました。地球皇帝陛下
Yeah,。play along with the kid.
ツッコミなしは予測済みだったので当てはめげたりしないのであった。すい
Thanks.
ません、今のなしで。私はこういうものです。
I accept the boy's card with both hands and examine it closely. A wind rips across the concrete savannah. Bullet Liger has come.
申し訳ありません。どこからどこまでがお名前ですか？
The part down the bottom, probably in katakana.
弾丸ライガーです。ライガーと呼んでください。
コンクリートサバンナを駆け抜ける風というのは
I'd assume the racetrack?
職業です。
なるほど。
What might this job entail?
で、どうよお兄さん。この連中のことどう思ってる？
確かに 奇妙な空気の存在は感じます。しかし、わかりません。
A little.
今の田村に
Just a smidge.
何かネガティブな要素があるのでしょうか。
あるんだこれが。勝ちたい理由の他に負けられない理由ってのがあったりする。
それはお尋ねしてもよ
The
ろしい
division
こ
will
とで
get
しょう
shut
か。
down. I fear I might be approaching rudeness with this line of questioning, but considering my mission, I can't let the topic pass.
でなけりゃ話しかけないよ。何ね、この人たちはピュアにレースを戦いたいってこと。
Oh yeah, also I completely forgot about the sports betting plot line.
金の話をコース上にまで持ち込みたくないのさ。レースで走る機体を用意するのに金がかかるのはしゃあない。けれどグリッドに並んでからゴールするまでは忘れていた
Yeah,
い。
I'm not big into sports betting. It's not fun because you're just, placing bets. You're not doing anything. You're not participating. Compared to table games like craps. Man, I love craps.
お客さんにも忘れてほしい。
I can roll them bones, baby.
そういう動きがあるのですか。
そりゃもうありあり。金に飢えた連中がこんなうまそうな食材を見逃すわけないっしょ。
確かに。アーマーレースは今現在のヤマトで
Mhm.
最も人気のある
Just
スポーツの
way
一つ。
fancier horse racing.
もしも賭博化に成功すれば莫大な利益が見込めるでしょ
そういうことですね。
う。田村は反対派ということですか。
あと日も有限。メーカーサイドではそんなもんかな。プライベーターには田村側が多いね。
推
All
進
the
派
people
は
in it for the passion of the sport.
ぶっちゃけそれ以外全部。中心は小教だな。もう運営委員会の名簿もできてるらしいよ。もちろん半数は自社の人間。
横田もそちらの側なのでしょうか。
最初はトップが渋ってたけど結局折れた。
Yeah, that's big
ま
money.
あ仕方ないんでない。小教には歯向かえても
Oh, if you're only
その
looking
バッ
out
クに
for
は尻込み
business
するでし
interests,
ょ。
then duh, it's the fucking obvious choice.
バック。
小教の社長の姉の亭主はヤマト GP 主催者様に仕える侍大将。
Chairman's sister's husband is first. Okay, I thought it was like the chairman's sister's first husband. I'm like, what? Huh? How is he the officer if he's dead, or does she have multiple? What? But no, I just misread. Completely ignore the fact that I'm most likely moderately dyslexic, and they almost sent me in for testing when I was in my technical training to be an air traffic controller. But
主催
that's
者
neither here nor there.
お弓久保今川来庁中将ですか。
一企業の身で逆らうにはちょっと荷が勝ちすぎると思う
So,
よ。
anytime I ever flubbed the script, it's because of a genetic learning disability, and if you point it out, you're being ableist, and I will cancel you.
異論はありません。
Kanto is divided into 4 districts. Districts. Shimosa Koga, Shimosa Omyu, Izu Horigo, and Aizu Sasagawa. The governor of each district is also a general in Rokuhara's Dragon Army, and possesses near unlimited power. They are outranked only by the shogun himself. On paper, the governors of Kyoto, Kyushu, and Mutsu command equal authority, but in practice, none is as powerful as the 4 Kanto generals. In other words, they are the shogunate's leaders, to use a cliché expression, 4 kings of Rokuhara. If Shokyo has a powerful individual's backing, it's no wonder that most of the industry has bent to their will.
むしろ田村はよくも抵抗していられるものですね。
レースを愛してるんだろ。競馬みたいにはしたくないんでない。
なるほど。すでに前例がありましたか。
Who's texting me? Just Facebook notifications. Horse racing, for which gambling is legal in Yamato, has grown far too real to be what? Yamato has grown far too real to be genuinely enjoyed as a sport. What does that mean?
その点を思うと、自分としても田村側に心情が弱い。
Like, I know what he's saying, like the gambling aspect of it has completely eclipsed the act of actually racing. But I'm stupid and have a couple beers in me, so I'm gonna ignore what the reel is referring to in that exact context and just move along.
あても同感。競馬は競馬で好きだけどね。アーマーレースをそうしちまうのは無粋だってば絶対。それをあのカニカマ野郎はたんびは気取ってやがる割に身の回りのゴミには無頓着なんだよな。いい迷惑だっての。
What is he talking about?
ま、それでも諦めたもんじゃない。話がどう転ぶかはまだわからんし。
六原が背後に
Depending
い
on the
ても
race.
ギャンブル化を推進してる連中はそれで大儲けするのが目的なんだろ、ならお上のご意向だけじゃ足りないね。
ごもっとも馬券を売り出しても買う人間がいなくては意味を
In
持
a
ちません。
fierce fight for the fucking spirit of the sport.
そう
and
さ。
Yada yada.
客層の指示がいる。客が賭博家にそっぽ向いたらおしまいだ。六原がついてたって関係ねえ。まさか無理やりチケット買わせるわけにもいかんだろうし。いや、やってもいいけど、それなら普通に調整した方が早いしな。
Yeah, just impose some new luxury tax or
その点
fucking
について
whatever.
推進派はどのような画策をしているのでしょう。
Some usage tax for like walking on the road outside your house.
絶
gotta
対的な
upkeep
人
that
気をゲット
somehow.
する。その人気に物を言わせて客を取り込む。
You follow? The boy finishes, peering expectantly into my face. I nod.
初代国内統一王者第1回大和グランプリ優勝の栄冠。
ま、それが最高のカリスマだよな。かくして正教は借金こさえて資金を集めて、アプティマの最終構想を突貫工事で完成までこぎつけて投入してきたっつうわけだ。
絶対に負けられない勝負。
田村側にとってもね。客の支持を得られれば
I mean,
勝
it's
ちって
probably a
の
little
は
more
反対
complicated
派に
than
だって
that,
言えるこ
but
とか
you
ら。
know, that's the gist of it. And the air of tension filling the garage makes sense. If Tamara loses this fight, armor racing as they know it will end. They're determined not to let that happen. Take another look at Oji Misao, still polishing her machine parts. On that tiny back of hers rest the hopes and dreams not only of her father, but also of everyone who loves this sport. I can imagine what a burden it must be. But I see no anxiety, or doubt, or even fatigue in her expression. There's only resolve.
大した少女だ。
Yeah, score some fucking Misao points.
あてはそろそろ行くわ。
Here's
くだら
sloppy
ない用事が
seconds.
疲れてるし。
お仕事ですか。
仕事っちゃ仕事かな。クソつまらんパーティーに顔出すだけなんだけどね。
I just gotta show up, you know, show face, have a couple drinks, and then
お疲れ様です。
give the old Irish goodbye. As I thought, he seems to be a member of high society. Son of a corporate sponsor, perhaps?
じゃあ、お兄さん。まあ、
はい。面白いお話を聞かせていただいたこと感謝いたします。
なんのお兄さん、ちょいこっち。
The boy beckons to me.
うん。
I lean in closer. Instantly, the scent that fills my nostrils tells me how wrong I've been.
港影明、黄金の夜明けを導く者。あなたの存在に愛と感謝を。
Hey, you were talking about Golden Dawn
こん
earlier
な
in the
に優
last
しい
round.
声の人だったなんて嬉しい。
The girl steps back and waves goodbye, then is gone as quickly as she came. Come to think of it, why'd she tell me all that? Why was she so friendly? I think I'd remember if we'd met before. There are many mysteries surrounding her, but none that standing here is likely to solve. I bid farewell to the OG bear and leave the garage. Time is of the essence, and there are more places to investigate. And skip. I returned my attention to the circuit. As before, the racers are jockeying violently for position. I watch with no small interest. I was going to say, is the screen going to fade? Is the text going to advance? That was a long pause there. After several minutes pass with no significant developments on the track, I excuse myself and head for the control tower. It was Muramasa getting on.
村正、
ミド、どうしたの？
I know, just thought you were getting lonely. As expected, the metal echo that greets me shows no hint of surprise at my approach. Master and Tsurugi are two halves of one whole. Once joined by the Tatagaki no Ji, no distance or barrier can sever their connection. Unless you get put in a GHQ fucking aluminum foil lead-lined box, I guess. In which case, then yeah, you can sever the connection.
大した用があったわけではないが、少し様子を見に来た。
そう、異常はなしよ。飛生体は見当たらない。もちろん銀星号も。
Muramasa's head is pointed at the racetrack, but I can tell that her attention lies elsewhere. I'm not sure what precisely gives me this impression. It's not as though I somehow follow the gaze of her compound eyes. Perhaps something reached me through an invisible bond.
何を見ている？
わかった？
別に責めてはいないがな。なんとなく。
Have you seen all these shiny new fucking tech Tsurugis and feeling old?
ごめんなさい。新しいのが出てきたらちゃんと見ておくから、そこは心配しないで。
もともと心配はしていない。
That the world is moving on without you?
そう。街を見ていたの。
鎌倉か。
ええ。変わったなって思って。
昔にも
I mean,
見たことがあるの
probably.
か。
Like fucking 400 years ago.
ええ。
I think to ask what it was like back then, but immediately decide against it.
聞かないんだ。
It seems when you were active last, it wasn't a very good time going on. So let's not.
なんとはなしにな。
今日はやたらに伝わるみたいね。
あ、
We fall silent. For a time, there's only the sound of the wind between us. When Muramasa was still flesh and blood, Yamato was in the throes of civil war. Conqueror, too, was surely...
そろそろ戻る。
え、
ところでだ。
何？
俺はどうやって戻るべきなのだろう。
Oh, we're like on the roof.
そもそもどうやって登ってきたの？あなた。
Well, you could probably like clamber up some piping and like drainage pipes on the side, you know. But getting back down. Thanks, Muramasa. Because it doesn't matter how much affection points we get from Muramasa, we can't kill her. So, nice. I return to the stands with Muramasa's assistance. That's when it happens. An announcement over the loudspeaker that, yep, I don't care about. Ask Muramasa to accede. Yeah, let's be nice. Don't go throwing your fucking master title around.
どうしてよ。ミド、ああいうのは好きなんでしょ？
好きだ。が、俺のまとう剣はお前の他にない。
え？
剣鍛冶の作品は生涯一両。
Are we
武者の狩る剣もま
on the
と
Muramasa
生
route
涯
now?
一両のみであるべし。
Bonding for life is an ancient tradition among Musha, though it has fallen out of practice since the advent of Kazeuchi.
俺の剣はすでにお前に定まった。他の剣を使う気は
How
ない。
romantic.
それでもお前は俺に他の剣を使えというのか。
ごめんなさい。今のは冗談。ただ愚痴っただけ。
Getting all hot and bothered
気
there?
にしないで、ミド。自分のやるべきことは分かっているつもり。かけっこでも何でも、あなたが出ろと言うなら出るから。楽しくはないけれど。私は、あなたの剣なんだものね。
ああ、頼む。
Don't. Woo, yeah, that was a big jump. Like, don't just hit us with the italices there. I mean, or the fucking. Oh god, what's the dots called? I bring it up all the time. Fucking ellipses. There we go. Jesus. Liger. Gotta make sure Liger's okay. Where is she? The third of Oji Misao's assailants is face down on the floor, but I see no sign of the girl who must have put him there. I turn to the sound of booted feet softly striking the floor behind me. There she is, facing off with another opponent 5 meters away. The man's back is to me. She was by my side just a moment ago when we took on the 3 men together, and now this layout, plus the sound just now of something landing.
まさか
She jumped?
いい夢見ろよ。
Liger thrusts her fingers into the space between the upper nose and lip, the pressure point called Jinchu. I mean, yeah, that would fucking hurt, but would it knock you out? Man goes limp, collapsing to the floor. Without he even had time to feel pain. Precision of her movements is astounding. Her technique strikes me as a blend of traditional principles and untraditional application. Perhaps she was unsatisfied with the style she had learned formally and added some touches of her own. Whatever the case, it is not the sort of thing a socialite learns in her spare time. Does she belong to a warrior house? If so, that would make her... Yep, back to the plot that we're just gonna skip right through. So, yeah. Kill that Misao. Try as I might, I cannot bring myself to hate her, to condemn her mistakes and the tragedy they wrought. The pity that she showed her father was merely part of the way that all people are meant to follow, if they wish to live righteous and righteous and beautiful. I was gonna throw lives at the end of there, and that confused me, but no. I guess it's a little redundant to put live lives, but, you know. Questioning obedience, unwavering loyalty, unfailing self-sacrifice. A scholar once said that this is a low kind of piety. I'm inclined to agree. However, I do not possess the unabashed arrogance that would allow me to declare her faith without worth. From the bottom of my heart, at a level beyond reason, I feel that she followed the correct path. And that's why I kill her. Ojimi Sao is sprawled on the track, surrounded by pieces of blue armor spread like petals of violet. Her eyes do not see me. They see nothing, for she is no longer here. Never again will the Sonic Princess return to walk among the mortals. The body before me is a memory, an empty shell that has served its purpose. So I destroy it, except for the last bond tying her to this place. Thus, Ojimi Sao vanishes forever, and all that remains is my sin. Nice. Look at that team. We all made it out without, you know,
夏だ
having to kill one of the heroines, which means they're both here. Woo! Double swimsuit.
今年も情熱の季節がやってまいりましたな。
いや、違うだろ。
Hey, that's gonna be nice. You know, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say boring, but, you know, without having, you know, an extra character to bounce off of, and I'm including, you know, Kaine and Sayo as one character. They're a bit of a package deal, you know, to bounce these interactions between them all off of. It was a little stale. Woo!
なんで私らごく普通に海水浴してんだよ。
そう言われましても。
来てみたら皆様普通に真夏を謳歌しておりましたから
When
ね。
in Rome.
だからってなんで私らまで混ざる？
情報収集の基本を状況に溶け込むことだ、
眼蓄あるセリフでございます。 常に黒っぽい服と黒っぽいオーラをまとって周囲から浮き上がりまくっているどこぞのどなたかにも聞かせて差し上げたいもの。
Look, he's the kind of guy who wears a fucking hoodie when it's 95 degrees out.
自覚症状あるのかしらこの人。
それにしたって何も水着まで着なくたって。
Because it sells.
付近の店で販売している衣料品は水着しかなかった。
Mm-hmm.
仕方がない。
汗水くになってしまいます。
脱水症状までの所要時間は約90分というところでござ
Yeah,
います。
I've fucking sweat out all the moisture in my body once. It's not fun. Especially because I was all in my fucking, like, chemical protection gear and wearing a gas mask with, like, rubber gloves and boots. It was awful. Ichijiro groans, unable to find the words to express her many, many thoughts on the matter.
不満か。
いえ不満はないですけど、ただ
ご安心なさいまし。よく似合っていましたよ。
Yeah, you know, even if you're getting absolutely mogged right now, you know, it's fine.
そんなこと心配してねえ。
You have your own charm.
と言いつつも全国より綾音様の視線はご自身と港様の間を行ったり来たり。
水槽にしてほしいらしいなババア。
魚介類の方々の需要という最後は勘弁していただきとうござい
Then I
ます
kind of want some
ね。
seafood. Thinking about,
そ
you
れ
know,
はさてお
fish.
き港様。
I don't have it in my fridge, though. I don't have like any groceries. I need to go grocery shop too real bad.
殿方の義務というものをお忘れでは。
Which, you know, I'm not going to go today since it's going to be snowing. But she gives me a pointed look. Ah, yeah, you look good.
あらあら。
Sayo? Okay. Yeah, I'll pop a save here. Mainly so we can just do all three, because it looks like this doesn't matter. This choice is a non-choice. Hey, Ichijo, what's up? Ichijo's swimsuit is the sort worn by students. She picked it out herself from the beach store's considerable selection. This isn't a school event. Could have chosen something more liberating, but I suppose that sort of daring would be unlike her. Besides,
これはこれで
mm-hmm. Sometimes simple is best.
はい。
魅力的な姿だ、一条。男性として刺激さ
Yeah,
れ
he got me all bricked up.
出上がりましたね、天然直球。お嬢様、これは窮地でございますよ。
Mm-hmm. He's exuding arrogate protagonist
まさか
particles.
影焼様がスクミズージだったなんて。自然調査が足りませんでした。
It would be bad for you to wear a school swimsuit.
こうなっては仕方ありません。さよ、せめてちゃちゃとか入れて二人の間を妨害しなさい。
かしこまりました。港様。
は
男性が刺激されたとはつまりエロいことを考えたということでございましょうか。
それなりによ。
Mm-hmm.
ダメですお嬢様。波の攻撃では切り返されてむしろ逆効果。
He's just too honest.
バーヤの役立たず。
Why does this keep happening?
とにかく
Yep, back to business.
話を元に戻しますけど、
うん
私たちの目的地は江ノ島でしょ。なら早く行きましょう。
Yeah, let's get this Scooby-Doo adventure on the road, yeah? Okay. Pop a save. Right there. We can do the three, or the other two, and then just load right back to there. Because I do not want to be continuing on a timeline where fucking Sayo is the one we earn points for. Even though I do like her, just not like that. Now let's ogle him up. I look at the captain, and keep looking. Know that I should avert my eyes for decency's sake, but some force will not permit it.
見られてる。見られてましてよ、私。
作戦は成功でございますね。なんだか今とても変態チックで他人のふりをしたくてたまらない我がお嬢
Yeah,
様。
quit the indecent fucking squirming and
視
noises.
線を奪われていることに関しては否定が不可能です。
Yeah, the bikini.
持参品です。
Yeah, I brought it up llast time. The bikini was like brand new or fucking yet to be invented.
こ
Yada
の
yada
よう
yada.
なこともありましょうかと。
Fucking illegal in most places.
下着じゃねえかよ
Too
こ
lurid.
れ。何考えてんだ。はず
あらあら、世間知らずのお嬢さん。これはれっきとした水着ですのよ。つい先頃フランスで開発されたばかりの。
適当言うな。こんなハレンチな水着があるわけね
You
えだろ。
Gotta keep within, gotta follow those obscenity laws, which I'm sure.
それが事
I'm
実
sure
だ
they
から
have.
世の中は油断ができない。一条ミキ
さす
Yep,
が港様、博識でございますね。むしろなんで知ってんだよと突っ込むべきところのような気もいたし
Sure,
ま
my
す
man's
が。
got his own little collection of girly magazines.
本当なんですか？
俺も実際に目にするのは初めてだが
In person,
ヤ
or
マトではまだ市販されていないと思います。
was he actually reading the articles in the magazines? I figured as much. If they were, I doubt a captain would be attracting so much attention from other beachgoers. Second thought, I suppose it wouldn't make much difference, particularly where my fellow men are concerned. The modern swimsuit's minimalist design serves to elevate the captain's allure from merely sinful to positively destructive.
いかがですか、影明様。
目の毒です。
サンオイル。
Yeah, he's gonna do
塗っ
the
てくださ
the
い。
cartoon jump up out of his clothes and just dive headfirst right on in.
喜んで
喜んでやるのでございますね。
はい
迷いもないまっすぐな眼差し。
Is it
何か
innocent
使いどころを間違っているような気も
or
は
is
っ
it
き
just
くいたしますが。
unabashed?
いいえ、それでこそ影明様です。さどうぞ。
では失礼して
港さん。
Ichijo looks up at me like an abandoned puppy. I suppose it might be blending in a little too well.
やめておきましょう。
あれ、
己の目的を忘れ去りそうです。
し、惜しい。
まあそれが無難でございましょう。このまま続けて港様がエレクチオンな感じになっても我々
Yeah, and he's not in a swimsuit, so he can't just like go, hang out waist deep in the water for a couple minutes.
それは自分も深刻に困ります。
He would just have to just sit down exactly where he is. Might well die of shame. Yeah. All right, Sayo. Let's admire that fucking Hawaiian shirt and straw cap.
ってそっち見るのかよ。
殿方の視線を釘付けにするこの快感。女としての喜びはいくつになっても変わらぬものでございます。
待てばあさん。今変な字使わなかったか？
There's something to be said about,
そうつか。
aged like a
立場は
fine
諦めて
wine,
ね
but
つうか
eventually that wine's just gonna turn into like turpentine, fucking just strip the paint right off the walls. And you gotta know when that is.
それはアロハシャツですね。明るい柄がよくお似合いです。
Yeah, that's why I love Hawaiian shirts. Most men's fashion is just so
お上手ですね、
plain. It's like, oh
港
yeah,
様は。
here's your solid fucking t-shirt. It's like, at least if I put on a Hawaiian shirt, I get some color and, some fucking nice floral patterns. Really, something that pops. Let you express yourself.
本心から言ったまでのこと。
信じてしまいますよ。
ご随意に。
やんちゃをなさってはいけません。お若い方。
やんちゃなどと。
Yeah, stop.
港さん、正気に戻ってください。熱射病ですか？頭
I
が
mean,
湧いたんですか？脳が煮えた
I've
って
seen what she can
地中
do,
になってたりしません？
していないと思うが。
That'd be a serious problem indeed.
俺はただ侍従殿の服装を称賛しただけだ。
I like the high socks too. You know, she's probably wearing some white New Balances.
とてもそうは聞こえません。
記号的に解釈すればそうなんでしょうけど、行間を読むと意味が深すぎます。
難しいことを言う。
港様、
Yeah,
この話の
unintentionally
続きはまた
flirting with
後
with
ほ
the
ど
old woman.
二人だけの折に。
いや、だからそこ。
これで何か妙な伏線が成立して、後
Yeah,
で
yeah,
妙な
yeah,
シーン
yeah,
が挿入
yeah.
されたりしたら、一体どう責任を取られますの？
No, that's
様は警察です。
that's the kind of thing that only exists in a spin-off like fan disc. Not for the main game. What?
とにかく
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, back to the main timeline. Indeed, this is not Enoshima. This is Katase on the mainland. There is nothing for us here. That said, there are several good reasons why we have not yet crossed over. I'll begin with the most obvious.
渡れない。
どうしてですか？
Military checkpoints.
ここへ来るまでに調べておいた。今江ノ島全域は立ち入り禁止区画に指定されている。無論発令したのは幕府だ。理由は不明。
Mm-hmm.
情報通り兵器研究をしているのでしたら、
Yeah, look at that. We made it here with the whole gang.
一概に
Wow.
は決めつけられませんけれど。
What a great way to start off the new year.
疑惑が強ま
With
った
everyone
のは
here,
事実で
all
ございま
together
す。
in one piece and
夢
alive.
ご油断なさいませぬよ
じゃあどうするんですか？
公然と渡るのが不可能であるなら非公然に渡るまでのこと。その方策を探るのがここに留まっている理由の第2。
Mm-hmm.
第3は情報収集。本来なら目的地の手前で聞き込みなどと無縁なやり方は好まないのだが、
こたびは目的地の異常がすで
Yeah,
に
yeah,
明
yeah.
ら
We've been
かで
over
ご
this.
ざ
We
い
know
ま
this
すから
song and
ね。
dance. It's November, but it's really warm.
それはそうです。島へ行く前にせめてこの状況がどういうことなのか。
何も知らずに島へ行くのは二の足を踏んで
It's
しまい
just
ます。
going over well-trodden ground at this point. We all know.
夏です。
夏だよな。
夏でございます。
The summer season. Or the season is summer. The month, November. Something is very wrong here.
異常気象にも程があるというもの。
しかも江ノ島周辺だけときては。
なんでこんなあからさまに怪しい事件が全然ニュースになってないんだ。
六原様の何やらが
Intriguing
原
the
因なら
scientific
報
community
道
all
機関
around
に
the
観
world.
光令を敷くくらい何でもないでしょう。
But nothing.
疑惑濃度さらに上昇でございますね。
It does. I was skeptical at first about the report of a secret Rokahara facility. Now, however, my feelings are exactly the opposite. There's no question. The Shogunate is up to something.
ではそろそろ行動を開始しましょう。手分けして情報収集を。主眼とすべきは島への潜入方法およびこの異常な熱気について。
Yeah, yeah, let's go
何か
fucking
質問
talk to
提
the
案など
Oyster
ある
Kid
方。
ありません。
as my mouth salivates because I want oysters now. Ichijo is at work before her answer is finished. She scans the area once and sets her sight not on the tourists crowding the beachside shops, but on a group of grim-faced fishermen lounging by their boats nearby. A quick and prudent decision.
一つよろしいかしら。
はい、タイ。
そろそろ私か一条さんかどちらか選んで常に一緒に行動したりとかして関係を深めていく頃合いなのではないでしょうか。
Uh-huh.
あら、でも一条さんはもういないから。
やにわに何言ってんだてめえ。
She's back.
さあ、決断の時ですよ、港様。
却下いたします。調査効率の悪化を招く以外に、
Yeah,
効
but
果
you
が
know,
認められません。
the plot, quote unquote, demands it.
そこで謙虚不快なこじつけをして己の行動を正当化するのが男の解消というものですのに。
おめえ、実は脳みそがガンなんじゃねえの？
あやね様、口が過ぎますよ。
Is it really?
そうです。ひどいことも。
お嬢様が頭を深刻に病んでおられるのは事実でございますが、それはそれとして今のご
Yeah, no,
発
it's just
言
a
は
chemical
割と
imbalance,
結構
not a
確信を
natural,
つ
you
い
know,
ていたり
physical
するので
malady.
す。
おいおい、待てよジジュ。
んなわけねえだろ。そりゃ一体どんな男だ。
いやいや綾音様、己に課せられた使命を果たしつつしっかりヒロインと結ばれてこそ男女
And
の
then we all
本体
die
というもの
happily
で
at
ご
the
ざい
end.
まして。
As fucking Kageyaki's already walked off somewhere.
影明様、私唐突に芸術的インスピレーションを獲得しました。題して水着とライフル銃。半世紀後くらいにネタの切れた企画屋さんが苦し紛れに思いつきそうな感じの前演劇なんですけど、今ここで開始してもよろしいかしら。
自分と一切無関係のところでお願いします。
The month is November, the season summer. And some brains are clearly rotting in the heat. Like an overripe melon, just leaking juices. Yep, go talk to the oysters.
手分けして当たりま
Not
す。
not even the fucking kid, just the oysters themselves. The whisper fucking secrets through their bivalvular fucking shells.
やめておきましょう。効率を言えばその方が望ましいのは確かですが、夜明けまでには撤収せねばならぬ以上。
Yeah, and we can't have, you know, interaction with the
残り
group
時間はせいぜい
if we're split up.
これではどのみち、さしたる成果は期
You know,
待
such
で
a
きませ
novel
ん。
new experience, you know, having
また、
two
ケアのミッション
heroines. Ooh, this far in the
存在
story.
不確定ながら、怪物などの危険と遭遇した場合に、
Can't move on past it, you know,
対
after
処
just
可能
one
なも
scene.
のが自分のみという点も問題となります。
さようでございますね。
すみません。戦えればこういうところで足を引っ張ら
I
なくて
mean,
済むの
if
に。
we run into any stray dogs, we can leave them to you.
心得違いをするな。戦闘はもとより俺の役割だ。お前や大尉殿に期待するのは、操作の面における協力であって、
Yeah, he's the heavy,
それ以外の何かではない。
the muscle.
その期待には十分応えられている。
You two are just
お前が
little
気に病む
delicate
ことは何
flowers,
も
you
ない。
know.
はい。でも私はもっと役
Yeah,
に
yeah,
立
yeah.
ちたい
You'll
です。
awaken to your fucking henshin powers in a
もっ
little
と
bit. I pretend not to hear her whisper. Something tells me that it wasn't meant to be heard.
聞きましたよ一条さん。
ダメだ、空気読めてねえよ、この人。
For us, anyway.
つまりこうおっしゃるのですね。もっと体を張って影明様にご奉仕がしたいと。まあなんて大
I
胆な。
mean, yes, she does, but that's beside the
誰
point.
がそんなエロいこと言ったか。
あらあらあら、エロいだなんて。
Yeah, like,
あらそんな。
He's probably
一
so
体何
sore
がエ
from
ロ
all
かっ
this
たのか
walking.
し
Just,
ら。
you know, give him
ど
a
ういう解
massage,
釈を
you
なさ
know?
ったの？教えてくだ
What's
さ
so
い
dirty
よ。
about that?
行動を開始します。
はい
参りましょう。
最近の私、
Yeah, you're a
なん
little
かやたら
extra
粗末にされていませんかしら。
in like
うるさい
everything.
ですよ、お嬢様。
In all honesty, I expected little to come of this first excursion. Perhaps a general idea of Enoshima's condition, but that is all. And yet, it doesn't take but a few minutes for us to hit upon one of the island's anomalies.
港さん、
どうした？
何か変じゃありませんか。
Yeah, it's real quiet. There's no BMG going,
Cool.
no sound effects.
どう言えばいいんでしょう。ビニールハウスの中を歩いてるみたい。
Also, yeah, it's probably really hot.
適切な表だと思
まことに。
どういうことですか。
動物がいませんの。
あ、
Oh, that's what we meant. You know, like artificial, like a terrarium.
そうか。
う。もともと、野生動物が人間のような鈍い相手の前に、そう姿を見せるものではないが。
ビニールハウスとはうまい表現でございましたな。まるで動物という動物が駆除されてしまったかのようで。
Mm-hmm.
上陸したあ
It's
た
like
り
the
は
opposite of an
その
animal
ようなことはありま
sanctuary.
せん
It's
で
like
したのに、
animal
むしろ
exclusion
獣も
zone.
虫も豊富にいたかと。
海にも魚が多く見られました。 情報通
Fish.
り。
Yummy.
植物は普通なのに、
It's a nice
なんで。
fatty fucking salmon.
いいえ、木々の様子も 上陸
Dude,
地
I
点と
love
は
salmon.
異なってきています。
The fat between like the skin and the meat.
なんと
It's good for
お
your
嬢
brain.
様。
But that's also where like all the heavy
月明かりだ
heavy
けでは
metals
分
are
かりづら
stored.
いでしょう
If
けれ
it's
ど、
something like a
枯れています。
like a
進むにつれて
fucking
少しずつ。
ocean fish that's got a bunch of mercury in it.
入江のあたりでは
よく生い茂っていましたね。時節を思えばおかしなほど。
Area where life is unnaturally abundant, and right next door, one of widespread decay. What is causing this imbalance? The captain's assessment was right on the mark. After several more minutes of walking, we reached the epicenter of the abnormality.
なんたる
I really want to say abnormality again, but I caught it. I said anomaly, except the first syllable was kind of a instead of an
江ノ島といえば豊かな自然が売り物でしたのに。
I mean, it is right around the edge, but
これでは見る影もございませんね。
barren field spreads before us, a blasted wasteland devoid of life. Even the hardy weeds are yellow and crumbling, and not a single ant can be seen, saying nothing of larger animals. The soil, too, has lost its vitality. The small quantities I scoop up in my hands instantly turns to dry, choking dust.
幕府はここで何をやっているのでしょう。
ろくなことじゃねえだろ。奴らのやることにろくなことなんて一個もなかったが、こいつはとびっきりろくでもなさそうだ。
Yeah, just hit us with
い
a
かんな
big
がら
giant mecha.
全く同感でございます。
Unless
実
they're
に
gonna,
く
you
だ
know,
らな
pull
く
the rug out from underneath us
迷
and
惑な何事か
have a big
が
old
行われ
twist.
ている様子。
But not this early, you know. We at least gotta get past this chapter, and then we can have our big twist. As the ladies converse in hushed tones behind me, my thoughts run down a slightly different path. The Shogunate research project. If that's all this is, then we'll be lucky. Well, not lucky. In any case, the question is...
どう思う
I direct the silent question at Muramasa, who's hidden nearby.
そうね。はっきりしたことはまだ何も言えないけれど、
あ
重力異常がこれを引き起こしたのだとしても不思議ではないかしら。
気配の方はどうだ
少なくとも
Not
今
yet
のところ
anyway.
は
They'll swing around in a little bit.
ええ。
So far, we have scanned only a small section of the island. As Muramasa said, it's too early to do more than to do any more than speculate. Still, my gut tells me to remain wary.
大尉殿
はい。
この中では最も目が利くはず
Yeah, what do your fucking big old
Asakoni.
bug eyes see?
何があるかお分かりですか
開けているあたりですか？
はい地面に何かありませんか
私、見てきましょうか。
Nope.
少し待て
Man, I'm all out of
Also,
coffee and I'm
Sky
feeling
Yosemite.
it. This is painful.
あまり近寄りたくない
I didn't need it over the past week.
たまたまケーラの方が通
Because,
り
you know,
が
I
か
just
りでもしたら
go
一
home,
発
go
で
to
ござ
sleep,
いま
wake
す。
up, go to work, and rinse and repeat. And, you know, I had coffee at work.
どうぞお嬢
But
様に
here?
お任せください
Ugh.。
こんな時しか出番のないお人
Never
で
been out
すし。
since like past 5 days. Ugh.
ツッコミなしというのは、いと寂しいものでございますね。
あんたら実は主従じゃなくて、主従ネタの漫才コンビなのか？
大尉
I mean, kind of.
いかがです
確かに。何か轍のような
わだち
深い溝があります。巨大な第八車を引きでもすれば、あのような跡ができるでしょうか。
巨大な
それも相当に。あれが何かの目的で掘ったものではなく、本当に何かが動いた痕
Almost like
跡だ
it's
と
a
すると、
giant power
とんでもない
cable.
怪物でしょうね。
Whoa, whoa, who would have thought? Whoa. Captain falls silent. Something in what she said must have triggered a memory. I saw a silver monster.
なんと言いますやら、クーパー監督の映画の中に紛れ込んでしまったような心地がいたします。
本当にそうね。
何がいるんだよ、この
A
島には。
big mecha? I still have no clue as to what we are facing. Shinseigo here? Is one of her infected? What is Rokuhara doing? Does this secret weapon of theirs exist? No answers. However, there is something here. That, at least, is now beyond doubt. Yeah, what's up, cool guy who died
港
immediately?
様、今宵の方針はどのように？
ひとまずは昨夜発見した怪奇な痕跡のある場所へ向かいましょう。新たな異変が見つかるかもしれません。
Yep, let us return to the scene of the
その
crime.
後研究所へ。
まっすぐ研究所へ向かった方がよくありませんか？どう考えても確信はそこですし。
Which is exactly why we're going.
それはその通りですけれど、どうせ方角は同じなら少し寄り道をしていっても無益ではないでしょう。
はい。
なるほど。わかりました。
The so-called fish hatchery is situated slightly west of the center of the island, at least according to the Rokuhara map that we procured. If the map turns out to be false, then we'll have to find it ourselves. It therefore makes sense to begin with the anomaly of whose location we are certain. It may provide useful intel. That said, time is still our primary obstacle. We need to reach our target as quickly as prudence allows, so I feed some spirit in my flagging legs and pick up the pace. Get some hustle in that bustle. Before long, we come to the blasted field with the strange furrows at its center. As before, no living thing is in sight.
どうしますか？
今日は踏み込みます。
はい。
Just book it? Well, I considered it prudent yesterday to avoid the risk. There's nothing more to be gained by observing the field from cover. We'll have to chance it tonight, though only after taking every precaution, of course. I wanted to throw a necessary in there, like every necessary precaution, but no, it wasn't there,
村正
and it confused me. Because my brain thought it would have been better if it was there, but it wasn't, which means my brain's wrong.
ええ、
熱源探査を実行。周囲の生命反応を探せ。
了解。反応なし。本当に何も。
Mm-hmm.
犬、
そうか。
No mice. Like my kitchen that's finally free of mice. Haven't seen one in like a week. Even putting fresh peanut butter in the traps and still nothing. So, the disturbing sense of emptiness we've been feeling was on the mark. Nothing lives in this place. Desolation of this degree can't be explained by the unnatural heat and rapid climate shifts alone. Must be something else at work here.
影明様、
周囲に人はいないようです。調査を行いましょう。可及的迅速に。
見ろ。
Muramasa's Kinchojo cuts me off. As clear warning as I've ever heard. I throw up a hand to bring my companions to a halt.
村正どうし。
高熱源反応。何なのこれ。
村正
My temperature. Amusha?
高高度熱源反応あり。何か。
どこだ。
したよ。
Underground? The ground at the center of the blasted field seems to fall away into nothing. A moment later, it appears, rising from the bowels of the earth like a fiend from the pits of hell.
怪物？
あらあら。
I mean, you're not too far off.
まあまあ。
Monster indeed. How else to describe it? Its skin is dark silver, its shape barely humanoid. And the size of it reminds me of a beached whale. Can't even begin to guess at the sheer tonnage of its frame. Yet despite its enormity, the thing is floating. Surely this can't be real. My thoughts are an indecipherable jumble. And I'm not alone in this.
昔西村なんとかさんという人があんなものを作ったとか
Oh,
作
yeah,
らない
just
と
just a
か。
little bit of G Wiz trivia info.
あれはドイツで行方不明になったと聞いておりましたがね。
Hey, speaking of Germany, we never got, confirmation or fucking, tied up that thread at the end of one of the chapters where there's just like the guy that goes like, see, it doesn't seem like it's Professor Wolf. So, who was it? I struggled to restart my stalled brain. There's something I have to do. Danger. This isn't a circus show. This prize is a luxury I can't afford. Something I have to do. But what?
村正、
ミド、
あの、何か。
Well, it's big for one.
剣よ。ちょっと風変わりだけ
Yeah,
ど。
thank you for elucidating us, Muramasa.
剣か。
So I was right. It's a Tsurugi. In which case...
卵の有無は
なし、あれは違う。
寄生体ではないか。無論、銀星号でもない。
ええ。
では、ここは引くべきだ。
Yep.
な。
This shit ain't our problem.
そうね。戦う気はありませんって言ってみる？
The behemoth is looking, where its eyes, at us. I feel the weight of its gaze. Something is happening here. Something inconvenient. Trouble. My mind is a fog, so I wait for it to clear. Though, all the while a voice seems to be saying there's no time.
これは暑いじゃない寒い
Yep, sucking all your heat out. Warm breeze blows past, freezing the core of my body solid. Something is wrong. The wind is taking something from me. This is a weapon.
村正
The spider's threads streak through the night, stabbing at the silver giant like javelins. Whether they inflict damage, I cannot say, but the strange wind dies in an instant and freedom returns to my body. I turn to my companions and shout.
撤退しろ入江いや片瀬まで戻れ
港さんは
行け
I roar. There's no time for discussion. Captain yanks Ichijo's hand and starts running, then takes off herself, but not before shooting me a last glance. I return her gaze for a single moment. It will have to suffice. With the fading footsteps at my back the only sign of the retreat, I face once more the silver giant. It appears unfazed by Muramasa's attack.
ミド、
鬼に会うては鬼を切る仏に会うては仏を切る
Yeah, say the line!
剣の断り
Woo, he said it! He said the line!
さて始めるぞ
え
Third time's a charm. Let's get that thing. There's no choice. You have to fight, at least until the others have escaped. My enemy is unlike any I've ever faced, or dare to imagine, but so be it. To battle. Yep.
やっぱり影垣様
Sorry, Gargate, we don't got any time for you.
大
港さん
これはよくぞご無事で。と申し上げるに
Yeah, just kinda
は
got
少
smacked
々
out of
無
the
理のあ
air.
るお姿でございますね。
What are they doing here?
まあ一体どうされたのです？このようなところでそのように膝をついたりなさって小銭を落としてしまわれたのですか？
Hey, he
こ
dropped
の
his
状況を見て
contacts.
言うことがそれかてめえ
Can't
は
see without his contacts.
これは一大事。そのような落ち武者感あふれる落ち武者スタイルをなさっておられますと、ドミンたちの落ち武者狩りにあってしまいますよ、
Well,
港様。
not too far off.
ねえよどこの明智光秀だよつうか
Whoosh!
そんなのよりはるかに切羽詰まってる一大事があるだろどう見ても
墜落したも同然ですので
There's the reference. Oh,
落ち
there
武
it
者という
goes.
表
Over
現
my
は
head. Gone.
適切であると言えます
Barely even saw it.
なるほど。
うまいこと言ってる場合でもないです
Very true.
このようなところにとどまっていては危険ですまだ戦闘は終了しておりません
Yeah, we got this here. Just
し
let
ば
me
らく
catch
退
my
避して
breath.
ください
そういうわけにも参りませんでしょう。
何故
Yeah, because you're too fucking pathetic to do it by
の
yourself.
んきに帰ってられませんよ
ということもございますが、この状況は明らかに罠。 たやすく逃がしてもらえるとも思えませず、船に
Mhm.
戻るのは控えていた次第でございます。
She has a point. It'd be naive to assume that the enemy hasn't found our boat. If I send them back there now, they'd be walking into an
で
ambush.
はこの場を離れ、適切な地点にて潜伏待機していてください。敵機を制圧した後、自分も合流します。
簡単におっしゃいますけれど、戦況はおおむね見ておりました。
Yeah, I kind of got your ass kicked. She saw it? An aerial engagement at night?
あれを実際
Yeah,
に
she
黙
can
らせ
kind
る
of see
のは
everything.
もう少し難しいことなのではありませんか？
なんだよ、そこまで厄介なのかあれ。いや、
I mean, like, yeah,
そ
you.
んなの見りゃわか
I
るっ
mean,
ちゃわ
can't.
かるけどさ。
I suppose you don't have your burrows with you. I was about to say, can't you just suit up and help? But, you know, you don't got it. There's no point really to hide it because, you know, they haven't killed the commissioner yet. So,
見かけ倒しではありませんでした。弾を用いない砲、強力な磁場によるものとおぼしい防壁、追ってくる弾丸。あれは遠隔操作か熱源追跡か。完成度はともかくとして、
mhm.
あの怪獣は最新技術の塊です。正直なところ、一気で立ち向かうには無理のある相手ではないかと。
I like that. You know, you can judge a book by its cover. You know, I'm a big proponent of it. Like, yeah, you know, some things aren't. You can't be seen at just a surface level. But to be honest, most things can. Yeah, you're fair to judge books by their covers to make a decent assumption about them. Not all of it, you
な
know,
んだよそれ。
but
弾を使わない方って何のことだ？
for initiating whatever thing you're doing, sometimes just judge them by their cover.
わかりません。
Yeah, it's a
でも
direct energy
弾
weapon.
の代わりに何かを飛ばしていたのは確か。影明様、左腕と右足、そして左足
And,
を
like, you guys
あの
are
砲で撃たれてい
fucking,
ましたでしょ。
you're like Zaku's and you
どのような被害を
actually gotta
お受けになり
fire
まし
like
た？
projectile cannons and like bullets, but that thing's built by Anaheim Electronics, so it's got beam weaponry.
格別のことは
左の手と足がもう動かないのは分かっています。
Hey, it got kind of cooked, a little toasty.
特進行きました。焼かれたのでございますね、
Again, making
港
me
様。
hungry.
先ほ
If I
どか
finish
ら妙
recording
に
this
鼻
soon,
をく
this
すぐる
episode,
この匂いが
I
気に
can
な
I
っ
can
て
go
はいた
to
ので
like
す。
Bob Evans or whatever and get breakfast.
いささか
Because the grocery store doesn't open for like another 2 hours.
この匂いは骨の髄まで瞬時にして焼き尽くされた時のものと記憶しておりますが、
The ones where they go kind of like that
確かにこれでは動
that
かせますまい。
beige off-white color because like all the blood is gone from the flesh and it's cooked. Looks like, you know, like unmarinated pork.
大事はありません。剣の治癒能力をもってすればいずれ回復します。
けれど、その前にまたあれと戦うおつもりなのでしょう。
No.
勝算があるとお思いですか？
一応
No chance. You say that, but you don't.
それは何割くらいの勝算ですの？
おい、
10割ほど。自分はあのようなおもちゃにたやすく殺されることなど許
I
さ
mean,
れな
maybe,
い
you
です。
know, if we made this a group
肉
effort,
体的にい
but
くらかの不自由があるようですが、
on your own, you're shit out of luck. Especially at this point in the story.
関係ありません。自分はあの敵機を撃墜します。
それは正しいからですか？
違う。もっと
Mm-hmm.
ずっとくだらない話
The,
だ。
the plot demands that I
死を
beat
許されない
it,
な
so
ら
I have to, you
敵
know.
を潰して生
My
き残るし
personal
か道はない
storyline.
ただそれだけのこと。
わかりました。けれど、影明様、そうまであの怪物との戦闘に固執されるのは、
リド、敵機周辺に動きあり。
Yeah, save those fucking heavy-hitting plot questions for later, okay? We're still in like the beginning chapters. Muramasa's voice calls my attention away. I look towards our foe, who has landed on lower ground, thereby giving me a clear view of its position. I see headlights. A truck is approaching the grounded Leviathan.
まずい。
どういうこと？
弾薬の放棄あるいは登場する武者の交代を行うものと思われる。村正、現時点をもっての行動再開は可能か？
まだ現状態で飛び出してもあそこまでたどり着けるかど
Yeah,
うか
like
さ
you have
怪
enough
しい。
juice to get off the ground, and then you'll just kind of put, 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 and then just like fall out of the sky right in front of it, and it'll just step on you. Or like you'll fly into it really hard, like a June bug hitting your forehead. You just go ah, and then just fucking step on it. So I never step on June bugs. I just toss them away because I don't like just killing things for no reason. So, and I don't consider a big beetle flying into my head a reason to kill it, unless it's really gross. In which case, then yeah, I will. Is there nothing I can do? Facing a fully rearmed giant would be bad enough, but if I allow them to get a fresh pilot in that thing, I'll lose whatever slim chance of victory I had.
港さん、
大型車両が1台敵機に近づいている。推測するにおそらくは補給活動のため。
Look, with the cannons on that thing, you're gonna need more than a fucking pickup truck.
それはいけませぬな。
阻止したくても間に合い
Like
ません
maybe
ね
if it's like a flatbed 18-wheeler,
More
packed with like fucking artillery shells, then sure, I can see it getting rearmed.
お前の
But
銃。
風を読んでいる時間がありません。加えてあの近辺の木々が微妙に邪魔。こちらの位置を教えるだけで終わってしまいます。
くそ。
I too would like to curse, but instead I turn my thoughts to a more constructive purpose. How do I make the best of a bad situation? Allowing them to change pilots will indeed put me in an extreme disadvantage. It will also afford me a chance to learn the location of the enemy's cockpit. If I can just get my hands on that one piece of intel, then wielding my railgun against the target becomes an option. Don't know how much power I can bring to bear in my current state, but it's our only hope of survival. Yawn. No caffeine, I'm dying. Nope, bad thoughts. I was thinking like, oh, if I can't have any caffeine, I'll just have some nicotine instead. But nope, I don't smoke when I'm home. I only smoke at work. Even then, it's only like twice a week. Like 3 at most. I focus all my attention on the enemy below.
やはり補給ですね。今荷台から降ろされたのは断層でしょう。随分な大きさだこと。
そいつを撃ったら爆発とかしないか？
Not really.
あいにくでございますが、歩兵銃の一弾ばかりでは到底。
だよな。
怪物から人がおります。頭部の少し下のあたり。
確かに。
I marked the location in my mind. Now I have a fighting chance. That said, my eyes did not deceive me. Both the pilot who exited and the one who replaced him were Musha in full dragoon armor, though I cannot tell the make. Whipping one Tsurugi on top of another. Could the monster have been forged with that purpose in mind?
それにしても、あんたこの暗いのによく見えるよな。
うなぎと人参は欠かしませんから。
なんだそれ。
暗視能力を高めるビタミン A の確保でございます。
That's
兵
British
士として当然
propaganda.
の心得と申せましょう。
Doesn't work.
あと目の中心で見ないことがコツです。
Okay, yeah, that
中
works
心に
though.
は明るいものを。今の場合なら
Keep
月
your
を
night
置い
vision
て
good. Don't go
見
looking
た
at
いと
bright
ころは
lights.
端を使ってみるのです。
へえ。
やってごらんなさいまし。
端を使って。なんだ？あの箱みたいの。
箱と言い
Yeah,
ます
yeah, the human meat cube. Yeah, can't forget about that.
かご。
A crate. Not an ordinary crate. The sides appear to be interlocked with bars, leaving the contents visible to the outside. The crate is being removed from the compartment in the Tsurugi's belly. As I watch workers, toss it carelessly to the ground, where it remains ignored thereafter. Whatever it contains, it must not be important.
中に何かあるようですが。
は、何かが積み重ねられている様子。
気になりますね。
ええ、何なのかしら。あれも 何かの武器な
Not
のかも。
quite.
このさよめが思いますに、歳末を売り出しを買いだめ装備ではないかと。
恐ろしいこと。
私はお前らがいろいろ
Yeah.
と
Oh
恐ろ
no.
しい。
What? We forgot our coupon book at home.
村正
We can't make the most of these
資格強化
sales.
了解。
Enhance. My vision becomes several times sharper. The crate is steel, approximately 3 meters cubed, and inside are energy. No matter how skilled the smith who forged it, a tsurugi of such size would consume vast quantities of thermal energy, more than any one man could provide. The workers unload something from the truck, another crate, the same as the other. No, not the same. The contents of this crate are moving. Not crates. Cages. Cages to hold the monster's prey. Who's texting me now?
お嬢様、
Just
い
more
かが
Facebook
なさいま
alerts.
したか？
No, it's the beginning of the day, so it's gotta let me know, like, oh yeah, did you know your fucking third aunt removed posted this shit on Facebook and tagged you in it for some reason? And it's just like one of those regular fucking, like, oh, God bless, yada yada, da 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 da. Like nonsense, like not nonsense, but like fucking nothing posts where it's just like something about God's love or whatever. It's like, ma'am, I've met you like twice. Once at like a family function 20 years ago, and then at like someone's funeral like 5 years ago. I do not know you. Please stop.
人間です。
何かって？
あの箱の中身は人間です。捨てられた方には枯れ果てたムクロが。
Husks.
今新たに化け
Makes me
物の
think
腹
of
へ収
corn
まった方
husks,
に
which
は
makes me think of
泣きわめく子供たちが。
fucking not enchiladas. Fucking, you know, cornmeal Mexican fucking filling in the cornmeal and the corn husk. Fuck. Tamales. There we go. Jesus Christ. Thoroughly, man. And I'm buzzed. Leave me alone.
はははなるほどなるほど。
These tamales, right?
餌でございますか。あの育ちすぎた豚を
Yeah,
空
yeah.
に
Keep
飛ばす
talking
た
about
め
the
の。
fucking oyster kids. I'm looking, double checking that I know what that I know what a fucking tamale is. Yeah. They're tamales. I was right.
考えてみれば当たり前の発想ですね。剣は装甲車の熱量を消費して稼働する。
Maybe I'll get Mexican for lunch.
その熱量が足りないのなら人間を補ってやればいい。素晴らしい発想ですこと。卵の立て方にも匹敵する演手じゃありませんか。
あれの制作者は天才でございますな。
So efficient.
楽しそうだな。
楽しゅうございますよ。
それはもうとてもとても。
愛情が人の心を陶酔させるように。
憎悪に浸ることもまた。
Yeah. That's your whole thing. We know.
この殺意こそは至福でございます。
この悪意こそは魂の甘露。
Yeah, you've seen the suffering of others. Now you must avenge them.
楽しくてたまりませぬ。
楽しくてたまりません。
I can make out bodies in the discarded cage, dry, shriveled husks that were once men. But who is to blame for their pitiful state? The pilot of that Titan? No. Who led the beast on? Who forced it to exhaust its fuel supply? Who ground their lives to nothing? I stand, amazing, the power that hate can bring. It is hate that moves me now, hate that lets me rise. My burned legs howl in pain. Give me more. My cold metal armor demands heat and payment, and sinks its veins into my innards and plunders it. Give me more. More pain, more agony. Suffer. I take a step and my legs buckle. My knees quiver, weak and fearful. Conqueror, you still have legs to carry you. Suffer. The second step, my vision blurs, sight and sound dim as consciousness threatens to slip away. Worm. You still have eyes to see and ears to hear. Murderer. Think of those who will walk here and see no more. Murderer. Think of what they lost, what you stole. Murderer. Ah, Minato Kageaki. May you writhe in misery for all eternity and never know the taste of peace.
港さん、どうするつもりですか？
邪魔だ。
どうするんです？
行く。あの怪物を切り、子供たちを助け
Well,
出す。
you can try.
その体では無理です。
You can do your best.
ならその無理を通す。
わかりました。私は何をすればいいですか？
Go run interference
俺一
again.
人でいい。
港さん。
過信も盲信も個人の趣味でやる分には結構ですけれ
But
ど
yeah, really we don't need you to this
この
time.
場合どなたがその負債を背負うのでしょうか？
港様だけで済まないことは確かでございますね。
黙れよ。
Yeah, you might feel like you're fucking hot shit right now, but you know, you still just got your ass kicked.
ご案じなく。相手があんな愉快痛快な代物とあれば、こちらもあなた方とのんきに助け合いなどしながら望むつもりはありません。
Morsel, that sounds like muscle.
勝手にやらせてい
Like
た
the
だきます。
clam. Makes me
け
hungry.
れど、まあ、互いに何をどうするかくらいは知っておくと、あれと戦うにも効率が良いでしょうから、その程度はしておきましょうか。今あの怪物に食いつぶされている方
Yeah, you
々
know,
の
we
苦痛を
Gotta go save him
私
as
たち
quickly
の
as we
勝手で引
can.
き伸ばしたくはありませんものね。
どうぞ。
But efficiently too.
私も好きにさせてもらいます。
いやはや、なんと申しますやら。ここに至って表面上チームワークのようなものを偽装していた我々
Yep, we're
の
the best
心
of
が
friends.
見
Go
事に
Team
バラバラになりまし
Muramasa.
たな。まあ、もともとこのチーム編成には無理があったのですが。
そうね。でも仕方ありませんし、ここは
Like two
みんなの
really
力を
strong
一つにまとめ
personalities
ず、
and
全員
one
勝手に強大な
just
敵に
kinda
向かってぶつけることにいたしましょう。
勝てる気しねえよ。
同感ね。
Well, I suppose we include Muramasa and make it 3 strong personalities. The plan, if you can call it that, ends up looking like this. 1. I will maintain a low profile and focus on repairing my damage. 2. Meanwhile, Captain Otori will distract the enemy and attempt to sever its power cable.
電源ケーブル。
細い上に迷彩が施されているようで、ひどく見づらいですけど。
She points to the space just below the giant, which has begun once more to
機
rise.
体と直下の地表との間にいつも筋があります。あの大怪獣に満載された面白兵器シリーズはおそらく電力で稼働するものでしょうから。
Mm-hmm.
なるほど。それは電力を供給する
Yep,
電
cut
線
the
だと考
cable and
え
the
る。
thing just comes
That's cool,
crumbling
that's
down. With their directions and my enhanced vision, I can just make out the faint line against the darkness. No wonder I didn't spot it before. The cable's camouflage is clearly meant to render it invisible from the air.
内蔵電池の存在は疑っていましたが。
十分な容量を持つ
Those would
電
be
池を
some,
開
pretty
発で
big
きなかっ
batteries.
たか、それとも特定範囲内での運用という前提におけるメリットデメリットを考慮した結果か。
でもよ、木に絡まったりとかしないのか？そんなの。
Eh,
あの電線伸びたり縮んだりはしてません。機体がどう動いてもいつおそらくあの電線は強靭な単鉄繊維でできていて、
yeah, no
機体
problem
の
with the
動
little
きに合わせ
tree.
て指標を切り裂きながら移動しているのでしょう。地下で電源が一緒に移動しているとは考えにくいですから、多分この辺りの地下一帯には通電板のようなものがあって、
Mhm.
あの電線はそれとつながっているのではないかしら。
そう考えれば納得ができます。あの奇妙な轍のこと。
Yeah, like a bumper car.
ケーブル
Except, you
が
know,
走り
it's
回っ
upside
た
down.
後というわけでございますね。
Normally, the bumper car has the big pole at the top where it connects to the, you know, the electrified ceiling, and that lets it
そう
go.
いうことか。じゃあとにかくあれをぶった切れば
And
変な
like
大
old
砲
school
とかは
bumper cars,
使えなくなるわけだな。
Fucking scary because you're going and they're just making these cracking electrical like snaps as the contacts on the ceiling, make new connections go crack, crack. Okay, maybe not just like that, but you know what I
え
mean.
ですが大義、いかにして電線を断つおつもりか。
If she's right about the cable's nature, then it must be nearly as strong as a Sarugi's armor. Even a chainsaw would take several minutes to cut through. And of course, we won't have that kind of time.
そうですね。まあどうにかなりますでしょう。
Yeah.
ご心配なく。
We'll do plot things. Don't worry about it.
作戦の大前提だろそこは。心配するよ。
Nope.
あらあら。
Chuckling gaily, she brushes the question aside and heads off into the woods. Ah, how I wish to solve all of my problems like that. Just laugh it off and go into the woods. Just ignore it. 3. Ichijo and Miss Nagakura will observe the situation from the lighthouse at the cape and report any changes.
どうやって連絡するんだ？
この小型無線機でお嬢様も同じものを持っておられます。
Big ol' walkie-talkie.
有効範囲は狭いですが、この島の中なら十分でございましょう。港様にはお剣と波長を合わせている時間がございませんので、
Just fucking blast it on guard.
はい。
気球の際には無差別発信を用いましょう。無論これは全ての無者無線機に傍受されてしまいますから、機密もへったくれもございません。使用はよほどの時に限りましょう。
Inconvenient, but it will have to do.
灯台か。見晴らしは良さそうだけど、夜だからな。
さて、怪しいところ
Yeah,
で
we'll
ござ
figure
い
that
ま
out
す
when we
ね
get。there. Don't worry about it.
Shikashi,
You're thinking too
nande?
hard.
ここにナイトビジョンがございますから。
そんなもんがあるならさっき出せよ。
お嬢様がいらっしゃる時は無用の長物ですので、電池に
Yes, the
限りも
40s.
ございま
Batteries
す
aren't
し。
that good.
まあいいよ。任せた。
任されましてございま
It's
す。
like when you got a Game Boy with some old batteries in it, and you try to turn it on, like the screen flashes, like it comes on white, but then it just slowly fades away.
じゃあ港さん。
No, all batteries back then
Itakimasu.
were like that. Just barely got a little bit of life left in them. Ichijo starts towards the lighthouse, Miss Nagakura following after. Only for their positions to reveal a few seconds later. Only for their positions to reverse a few seconds later, when the elderly servant realizes that Ichijo's heading is changing with each step. That girl must have some sort of like inner ear injury that prevents her from fucking like maintaining her course. Like there's something there. Can't just be that stupid. 4. I will wait my opportunity and neutralize the enemy with all haste. Yep.
他にも敵がいるのは確実って、そうなのか？
無論でございます。宣告も補給部隊を見たではありませんか。
ああいうのとは別に戦闘部隊もいるってんだろ？
あのような土級兵器を単独で運用しても戦果は上げられませぬ。ああも小回りが効かないのでは。
Yeah, not much
時代遅れの工場兵器が関の
point
山。
for, having
野
lines
木
of
将軍
siege
なら重宝
mortars
した
and
かもしれませんが。
well, I was about to say like railway guns, but that's literally World War II tech. But like World War One, we're not gonna have the Psalm anytime again soon. I say that and then completely forget about the current state of affairs in Eastern Europe at the moment, and moving on.
このような野戦で運用する以上、作戦目的がどこにある
This
に
is
せ
more
よ、
like the
かゆ
like
い
a
とこ
more
ろに
recent
手を
better
伸ばして
example
くれる部隊
of
との併用は必須でご
like
ざいま
trench
しょう。
infantry fucking siege
現
warfare
に
tactics.
今、
Would be like
敵
the
機は
Iran-Iraq
索敵
war
に
in like
難儀し
the
ておる様
what
子。
was that, the 80s? Like late 80s, early 90s, I think. Forgive me for not being too up to date on my not medieval, like late 20th century Middle Eastern warfare. That's what it was. I was trying to say Middle Eastern, but I said medieval by accident. Just a Freudian slip.
それってそういう部隊がいないってことなんじゃないのか？
であれば苦労はございませんが、楽観的に過ぎましょうな。
Mm-hmm.
新兵器の試験を兼ねているのか、もっと他に事情があるのか。それはさて、 まだわかりませぬが。
何にしても気は抜けない。
この音、
お嬢様が始めるようでございます。なかなかの見物
Yeah,
に
yeah,
な
she's
りましょう。
gonna shoot a big old
けど、
arrow. Go pew pew pew
本当に
pew.
やれるのか？
心配ですか、綾音様。
私は銃のこと詳しくないけどさ、あの飛んでるコードをライフルで撃ち抜くってのがむちゃくちゃだってことくらい想像はつく。
無茶ではございません。無理でございます。
I
どの
mean,
ように検討いたし
with
ま
a
して
single
も。
shot, yeah, but if you're just like dumping rounds at it, one's gonna hit them. Just volume fire that shit.
おいばあさん、
ご暗示なきよ
But she
う。
has cheat codes.
視線さえ通るなら、お嬢様のボルトは決して標的を逃しませぬゆえ。
ボルト？なんだ？
伏兵でございます。いるのは分かっておりましたし、早すぎる。
Mm-hmm.
怪物はまだ健在。
あいつ、あんたの主人を狙ってんじゃないのか？
今のお嬢様は無防備も同
Yeah,
然。
she'll kind of like
こ
turn
の
to
ままでは。
dust.
どうする？港さんに連絡
And
して。
we'll do nothing. Soramachi's got this.
いいえ、このさよめが参ります。
は？いや、あんたが言ってどうするんだよ。
どうにかいたしましょう。
Mhm. She'll do her fucking
ご心配なく。
battery thing.
亀の
you know.
甲より年の甲と申しますれば。
おいおいおい、ちょっと待
Just jump off this ledge and
それでは。
bounce away like a little super ball.
Dude.
Just boing.
ってよ。なんだ
Kinda.
あのばあさん、
Not too far off.
忍者か？
テッキ、馬から日向の霜より。
Yeah, she's my daughter. Mm-hmm. Get got. Woo, yeah. We got him. And because Muramasa has the highest affection values, everything's fine. Yep, we don't care about him. Newspaper guy. Smell you later, nerd. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now finally past all that first half story stuff, and now we're in the real thick of it, in the meat of this Conqueror route. But all this talking meat is making me hungry, so I'm gonna stop now and go order some breakfast. Once again, though, I would like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you guys all next time for the next episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa, where we will continue the Conqueror route. Catch you guys there later. Bye. Mwah.